Hello guys, welcome back to another Scratch tutorial. In this tutorial, I will be teaching you guys how to make a top-down shooter. So, first we want to make a player for our game. So, go to the costumes and delete Scratch Cat. And then I'm just gonna make a little player thing. It's not going to be the best. You can make yours much better than mine. So mine is just a circle with a rectangle. And there we go. But see, part of the player is cut off, so that's why you need to, well, that's a little Scratch bug, but how to fix it is hold shift and make sure your fill is nothing and your outline is nothing, and then it creates an invisible rectangle, and center that with your player, and boom, the cutoff is gone because it's cutting off the invisible rectangle. Okay, so now let's name this player. Okay, but now we will need to position the player at 0, 0 to make sure that it's in the middle of the screen, and then forever point towards mouse pointer. Okay, just like this. Now you can leave your player like this if you want it to be like a defense game, or you can make your player move by putting in some movement controls. I'm going to use the change X and change Y method with the minuses. You could also use the if method if you want. Anyway, I'm going to change X by key right arrow minus left arrow. And then change Y by the up arrow minus the down arrow. You can change this to WASD, but I'm going to keep it at arrow keys. So look, now we can move, but it is very slow. So we just need to add some times operators. I'm gonna do times 5. And then same for the Y, times 5. And there we go. We have some simple movement and looking at the mouse. Anyway, we should add some enemies. So let's paint a new sprite. Let's name it enemy. I'm just going to make it a red circle, not square, a circle. And it's a little too big. There we go. Now we have my enemy, and for the enemy, we need to when green flag clicked, repeat, pick random, I guess 8 to 10 enemies, and then to make them spawn in, we need to create clone of myself, and then when I start as a clone, we need to create a new custom block called setup enemies. Run that without screen refresh. And now in the when I start as a clone, put the setup enemies. But before you set up the enemies, you want to point in direction. Pick random 0 to 360. There we go. Now in the setup enemies, we need to go to the player and then repeat until touching the edge. This will fling the enemies away. We need to move and want to move 2 steps. See, they're all at the edge. But when they're at the edge, we want him to hide. And then wait. So when they're at the edge, just do a forever in the clone. If touching edge, then hide. Okay, let's see if that works. Well, they're all at the edge, but you can't see them yet. So in the beginning of the clone, we don't want to show them. You want to hide the original sprite in the beginning, so it's not on the player. There we go. And all the clones are around us. And then now for the enemy, we need to do, in the forever loop in the clone, we need to move 3 steps. We need to point towards the player. Oh, and in the setup enemies, we need to point towards player. And then move -2 steps. And here we need to point towards player, move 3 steps. Oh, and this touching edge needs to be an if else. Because if you're not touching the edge, then you should show. Okay. Uh-oh. What is that? Maybe if we just put it back to the normal thing. Oh yeah. I don't know what I was thinking there. Anyway, now all the enemies come towards the player, but I think that's a little too fast, so maybe make that 1 step. Okay. And now the enemies can follow us, but we cannot shoot them, and they cannot kill us. So first, let's make the enemy kill us. So when, forever, if touching the player, then stop all. You guys can make a game over screen if you want. Just broadcast the game over in here, and then when the game over happens, then show the game over sprite. But if not, then hide the game over sprite. Anyway, I'm just gonna make it stop all for now. Okay, so now if the enemy touches us, the game stops. Let's save that. Okay, now let's make it so you can shoot. So let's paint a new sprite called Bullet. And we're gonna make that a little yellow circle, like that. Center that. Now we will create a clone of this bullet, but for now let's just start when I start as a clone. But first, when green play clicked, hide. Okay, now when I start as a clone, show, go to player and point in direction of player. Select player, then direction, and then go to the back layer and repeat until touching the edge. Move 10 steps. And then at the end, delete this clone. So in the player, forever, so duplicate this forever loop. And in the forever, just create clone myself, but put that around an if, mouse down. And we don't want it to rapid fire, so just wait 0.2 seconds. Oh, it's creating a clone of myself. That's supposed to be a bullet. Create clone of bullet. Okay, there we go. Now we can shoot. Let's make it wait 0.1 seconds. Okay, now we can fire a bunch of bullets. But let's make them hurt the enemy. So, in the enemy, if touching the bullet, then want to delete that clone. Let's see if that works. Yep, there we go. Oh, they touched me. Now in the beginning, we want to make that a forever loop, but with the create clone of myself, make it wait. Pick random. So we want to make them spawn in waves. So repeat 10, create clone of myself, and wait 5 to 8 seconds. Let's test it. Oh, better go into full screen for this. Oh no, I forgot I could move. Okay. Gotta kill all the enemies. Oh, I died. Anyway, hopefully you guys are better than me at this game, and I'll see you guys in the next video.